Good evening, and welcome to Livestream React for Games and Tea. My apologies for the very, very late start of the stream. That's because my computer decided to go, oh, I need to repair myself, and so it did. So yeah, a little bit behind time, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Let me just quickly do a quick color correction here. There we go. Yes, as usual, there are a few announcements I have to make at the start of the streams. The first of those is the fact I'm an affiliate with Fantasy Grounds. If you'd like to support the stream but also get your stuff for Fantasy Grounds, you can do so by clicking the link that's going to be appearing in the chat in a moment once I put down my pipe and stop smoking it. Or if you're watching this on YouTube later on, in the description below. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but Fantasy Grounds says thank you to me for promoting this stuff, and because we use Fantasy Grounds as our VTT, which you can see just underneath me here, as well as also for various different battle maps and things like that, it's really, certainly for me at least, very intuitive to use, which I'm very, very happy about. There is also music. Music is provided to us by Sirenscape.com, Tabletop.com, Festian Studios, Alexander Nakarada from 7 Studios, I was about to say Scape just then, and Travis Away from RPG Music Maker. These folks are amazing. Without these folks, we would literally have no music that we could have as a background to our game. So those folks are fucking amazing for making music accessible to everyone without need to pay ridiculous royalty fees. There is also Heroforge, which we have to thank. There are miniatures dotted around the screen. These have all been made in Heroforge. Heroforge does not sponsor the stream, but we thank them anyway because they allow us to show off our artistic stuff on stream. So thank you, Heroforge. You're awesome. Also YouTube, youtube.com/@games_and_t. That is where all these streams go after editing. They go on there, plus all the other bits and pieces that I do on this channel, which I do far too much of. They all go to that YouTube channel. You can check out all the various different things that I have done through. Was it 3, 4, 5 years? Oh, I don't know how long it was. It's been a while. It has been a long time.
Don't think about it.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't try to think about it. Yes, that's the stuff I like talking about. The stuff I hate talking about is, if you would like, there is a donation link somewhere underneath this thing that you're watching, and some suggested donations for game which you can see dotted around. You know, there are advantages, inspiration, stuff like that. I hate talking about it, so I'm going to move quickly on about it. Please think about yourself first. your own pocket. Please think about your own financial stability. Do not donate to me if you do not feel comfortable, please. So please think about yourself more than me. As said, we are running quite late, so good. We are running quite late, so I will be doing the character introductions today. We are missing a Sean, possibly because he is currently at this present moment in a very, very important chat. Hopefully we'll see him very, very shortly. Sean runs our character of Farrell. Farrell is our wonderful, no longer naive, but definitely forming his own opinions and his own ideas and morality system around the world, and the things that his friends have been dragging him through, I think, is a better way, or at least he is accompanying them because he has, he's got a big heart. We love Farrell, he's awesome. Jeff over there from Alhendron is running Tefari. Tefari is our noble wizard, currently in his hometown of Pretty Penguin with his fellow Scarlet Guard friends, dealing with issues. We'll get onto that in a moment. We have Ruben, who runs Atlas. Atlas is currently our moral compass, which is a bit of a surprise, because every party needs a moral compass, because the previous moral compass is making choices.
She's fine.
Atlas is also our barbaric human.
That was very vocal.
Very vocal about it too. Neil from Emergent Diversion is running Sykes. They are a ranger, or at least they were a ranger. They're now a ranger rogue with some weird ghosty stuff happening. We'll get into that at some point. Lydia, as we just heard, is running Shania, who is apparently perfectly happy with no longer being, or is perfectly fine. Tiefling hits very hard, speaks with her swords, and is beginning to actually start using her mouth to speak words instead of just hit things. Come on, it's true though. And as well as also learning to be a bit of a healer and a bit of a cleric. And last but not least, we have River. They are playing a character. You will find out about that later.
Yeah, I'm just here. They kidnapped me.
Yeah. We just kidnapped them to be in the show. So yes, with that, let's dive into the session today, where our heroes are currently. Well, I have a question to pose to you all in a moment, but that has something to do with the fact that you guys have managed to fend off the shadow assassins of the Empire of Brow. 6 of them, in fact. You were eventually successful in taking them all down, not before Tefari got absolutely mullered by one of them, knocking him completely unconscious. And realizing that the assassins actually had a target, and also persuading Tefari's brother Abe to join sides, and with the help of two Dragonborn veterans, Dragonborn warriors, you successfully subdued everyone. Subsequently, also killing said assassins. And with that, I'm just going to throw this question straight at you all. What are you doing with Abe? Or have you all just not thought about it yet?
It's fine. What are we doing with the bay?
We recruit him for the revolution.
If you recall, Tefari, you and I have made an agreement to, you and Abe have made an agreement where Abe has trusted you to take care of his family.
Yeah.
And he is willing to work with you so long as you uphold that request. Right now.
So I would say get a search party going for his family.
Okay.
Oh, be right back.
Yep, no worries. We get some slightly.
We should also. Oh, we didn't really see their faces, so never mind. I'm gonna say the assassins that died here. We should go around and see if they've respawned yet. But we don't really know their faces, so.
Well, at this present moment, their bodies are still in the courtyard where they all fell. The courtyard right now, I hasten to add, is swarming with various, mostly Dragonborn actually, but there are a few human. There are a few towns members here also who have some training, or at least are holding weapons of various kinds, looking like they are ready to use them. Although, when you look at their stance and judge how they're standing, you're not sure if they've ever actually used said weapons. However, the courtyard right now is definitely swarming, and the bodies of said assassins are, well, they're where they have fallen for now.
Okay. I think Sykes would be realizing that because during the fight he entirely forgot about the whole cursed town thing. But then remembering at the end, he's going to run to each individual assassin and pull off their hood and mask so he can get their faces and make sure that he memorizes each and every one of them.
Sure. Each of these faces are... They're all vaguely nondescript. They are all Tabaxi though, which is the thing.
Okay.
So in a town with almost no Tabaxi, very easy to spot in that regard. But were you to place these individuals in any one of the cities that you have visited recently, but there are many Tabaxi, it would be very hard pressed to pick out these individual faces. Almost like these individuals were perhaps picked for their non-descriptiveness. One very telling feature about all of them is they all have very similar dark, either black or dark brown fur.
Do any of them have like scars? On their body? Well, not I guess not on their body, but like any on their faces.
Not on their faces, no.
Okay.
Abe right now is currently being held by the throat up against the wall by one of the Dragonborn.
Oh,
Hey,
is he?
Tafari.
Oh, well, I would instantly ask the Dragonborn to release Abe because he's on our side now.
Dragonborn looks at you, kind of gives like this quizzitive look. It's very hard for a dragon to raise an eyebrow because, you know, big lizard face. But he's definitely giving that look of, are you sure?
I was yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine.
The Dragonborn slowly lowers Abe to the ground, and Abe coughs slightly as the claws release his throat. The Dragonborn steps back, but remains
we'll
very
give him
much
some
in
water.
range. He
I mean, that's probably smart.
Abe gladly takes it. He looks up at you, Tafari. So what now?
Well, my plan is to get your family and bring them here. This is probably at the moment the safest place in the Empire.
Not for long if I was able to find you.
True, but I mean, at least here we have an army, albeit a small one.
Well, I hope that you're willing to take on the entirety of the Empire. Empire's army's a bit bigger than this, from what I've seen anyway.
Yeah. True, but there's also a lot of people who are discontented, and that's a potential source of people who are willing to join us. We've already sent out groups to I forgot the name of the closest to
Maharashtra.
Maharashtra, yeah. I've already sent out a group to Maharashtra to see what we can scrounge up there.
Well, you'll definitely get recruits from there. Are you serious about... Oh, I have to assume you're serious.
I'm very serious.
Finding my family.
I'm also very serious about that, yeah.
Okay. My family is in Bundelbral.
It's gonna be an interesting heist.
What do you want me to do?
Well, I mean, I assume you know best where they are, so I would say that I would like you to find a company of men and or Tabaxi or Dragonborn. No, trying to be not trying to be species here. But you know, find a group, find a company, and see who you can find to help you break out your family from Bundelbral.
You're trusting me to do this after everything I've done.
I trust that you also want freedom for the people here.
I'll do it. One thing. As one of those who is part of the Shadow Order, is what I am supposedly a member of, although I've never managed to get into the inner circles of it. We have a way of reporting in. Something you need to be aware of. If any members of the Shadow Order don't report in within 24 hours, there is usually backup sent to the location that they were last seen. I can try and delay that. Although, since our last encounter, the Shadow Order doesn't exactly trust.
Right, well, we'll tell the Dragonborn to keep on high guard. Keep everyone on maximum alert.
Okay. Don't find any willing volunteers. And he slowly stands up and...
I think at that
Yeah.
point, Sykes would have came up to Tafari and his brother, just because Sykes had a question for Tafari, but then saw them talking, so he's like, "Hey Tafari, I had a question about the hey Abai, sorry about the attack just now. I mean, I know you were kind of... I see you're on our side now, so no hard feelings."
Just trying to protect one's family.
I was talking about stealing your sword way long ago.
You, looks like the right person has it. Glancing towards Tafari.
Yeah, I figured if anyone should have it, then it should have been him, because, well, and now you're here, so I don't know. I looked at Tafari and I say, "Does Abai know about the curse thing?"
And Tafari will look at the GM and ask him, would Abai know about the curse? Because I have no idea.
No, that's another. That is genuinely fair. When you asked, do you ask that question? So Sykes here. Do you ask?
Yeah, I
Tafari that in
kind of
front
whispered to Tafari, and I'm just like, because I stopped when I realized Abai was there, so I'm just kind of like quickly just over to his ear and be like, "Does Abai know about the curse?"
All right. Please roll me sleight of hand, because you're now being very obvious about it. Very obvious to keep it quiet.
Ah, damn it! That's stealth. No, it's fine.
Nah, mate.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's
No! So I just go to whisper and I'm like,
Hey.
"Does Abai know about the curse?" So I kind of go pretty loud about it.
Yeah, you're not subtle about it, unfortunately.
Dang it.
Or rather,
Aw.
you forget the hand needs to be on the side that's
Yeah.
facing him,
I do the...
not the other way.
That goes more towards Abai.
Abai
Abai,
looks
sorry.
at you, looks to Tafari. Curse? What do you mean? What's he talking about, Tafari?
Oh shit.
Well, the last time I was here, things happened. Yeah. Dear old dad, you remember him?
Vaguely.
Yeah, well, we didn't exactly part on great terms, and we had a bit of a fight, we had a bit of a discussion, we had a teeny tiny argument. He may have tried to put down a teeny tiny curse on me, but you know how it goes with those old languages. You can say it one way, you can say it the other way, and he kind of mispronounced it. And so everyone who dies here kind of gets reanimated after 24 hours, without any memories of their previous life. They do retain their skills, though. It's also kind of how the village keeps growing. And if you were wondering about the average age, why it's so high, yeah, no one can die, basically.
I like seeing a by laugh of Sykes just awkwardly starts laughing too, like. Mhm.
Yeah, we're so screwed.
Oh dear.
If it helps, I'm also cursed. I might have two curses on me, but mine
We
are...
can test if it's the same curse.
Well, I haven't
Far
died
just-
here though, so
Far just
I think
starts
they're
casting a
different
spell.
curses.
Are
Yeah.
you sure, though? Are you sure, though, it's a different curse? You can't know it until you've tested it.
I mean, I have a black smoke coming out of my chest, so that you can't see, but apparently Farrell did when he was a wolf, so...
Bay is just
Think it's
watching
a
the
curse.
conversation, this sort of incredulous look on his face, and almost a slight despairing look on his face as well. And just simply
actually,
says,
I will point this to Abe because he will probably know exactly what happened. Maybe not to me, but like these monks are doing the same thing I could do because I could hear the screams that they were doing to our party.
"Oh, well, I wouldn't know much about that. I was never inducted into the inner circles of the Shadow Order.
I don't even know
Although I
what
could
that is.
definitely hear screams a lot during the practice."
Yeah.
There's a cough from in the distance on the floor where Janaya sagged with 10 hit points. As she goes, "When you're done bonding, can anybody check if there's more of these fuckers in the room? Or in the castle or in the village?"
Oh, yes. I still have my true sight active.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I will do it, and I'm just gonna go invisible, and then I'm gonna run around the castle and just look for invisible folk.
And as Sykes disappears, I'll
Yeah.
point to Abhay and like, "You could also just tell us."
Oh,
Yes, yeah.
true.
There are none. While Sykes runs off and disappears.
Ah, damn it.
Without knowing it.
I was like,
Oh
keep
no,
running.
you said you were going to do it. I'm letting
I know,
that
I
happen.
know, yeah.
Better make sure.
Yep.
Better make sure
Abe-
he's not lying.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
out of the conversation.
Fair.
Say there
Abe-
are none, I will roll an insight check.
Yes, go for it.
Yeah, Atlas would have also said like, "Oh yeah, Sykes, I'll follow you," and then Sykes just turns invisible and he kind of walks a direction,
Oh, well, never mind.
trying to look confident.
You have a reroll
Yeah,
and
Sinead, you're not sure.
inspiration.
But Farrell will actually, because Farrell's somebody who definitely is
Passive insight. No, just kidding.
Actually, no, that is a
No.
thing. What is your passive insight, Sinead?
Low. But higher, because I just gained 2 points in wisdom. Let me check. It's not terrible. How do I do that?
Ah!
It's just- it's 10
I'll
10
find it.
It's
I
10
got
plus
it, I got
10
it.
plus
It's
your insight,
14.
14.
14.
Okay. Well, so passive insight is slightly different from an actual insight check. So, with your passive insight, you get the feeling from him that he is being open as he can. Acknowledges the fact that you guys definitely do not trust him due to past circumstances, but he is trying to be as open as he can. With your insight check, you're not sure if he's telling the truth or not, but based upon the fact that he's trying to be open, you can infer what you like. Farrell simply says, "Well, I believe him. I believe what he's saying."
I'll cough some more on the floor.
It's fair. Abe looks towards you, Tafari. I'll go and try and find people, but your help would be appreciated considering the circumstances.
Yeah, I can ask the rest of the Scarlet Guard if we can all go there, but I'm not sure what they want to do. Well, probably a few of them want to nap first, but...
I wouldn't mind a bit of a nap myself. We discuss this tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's fine.
I will try and find somewhere to sleep. And he will,
Well, you know the layout, so...
well, he heads out the main door towards the main gate. Very much intending not to be in your mansion.
Ah.
So, with that, is there anything else that you all would like to do in the last afternoon/evening of the day?
Other than running around getting exhausted from finding no one. Nah. I'm good.
Yeah.
I would, but only
Yeah.
after everybody else has done their thing.
Sure. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna like slowly patch up the worst bleeding,
Okay.
and then I'm just gonna go and avoid mostly everyone as I get redressed. And I'm going to try and speak to whoever is sort of in charge of both the Kenku forces and the Dragonborn forces, and see if I can like start talking to people like at the top of the food chain on both sides, and make sure that they connect and talk together, so that none of the top people are unfamiliar with any of the others anymore.
Okay, that's actually very easy to do because, well, you know that the, as it were, top of the food chain, as you put it, for the Dragonborn, that would be Apuk.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find him actually currently now walking a perimeter of the town. So you can find him doing that. As to the Kenku forces, that's a little bit harder to distinguish because the Elder seems to be the one that is kind of in charge of everyone. However, a lot of time people or the Kenku forces defer to Barnan.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very much a deference rather than he's in charge.
Right. Anybody else on the same level of Barnan, or are most people
Most people
sort of
tend
looking up towards
most
Barnan?
people tend to look towards him for guidance. However, Barnan very much gives a lot of. It seems to be that Barnan gives a lot of freedom to those around him. However, he is the one that seems to be making all the decisions when the Elder isn't there. Who, I hasten to add, is no longer there because he's been sent off to go off and go and chat to other people.
Yeah. All right. I'll make it my business this evening to talk to both Apuk and Barnan about whoever is like a good, solid soldier that people look up to, and I'll make it my business to know their names and to understand like who works in what position.
Okay. You get a few names. Let me just go to my little list. You get a few names. One of the names for the Dragonborn is. I wrote this down because it would be a cool name, but then I realized that I needed to figure out how to pronounce it, and then didn't find out. Turjelek, Turjelec. He is. Apuk tells you that this individual is a. Well, he's quite the warrior, and as a result, he's very good at leading other warriors into battle. He is not really a commander. He does give you another name, and that's Tharstash, Thaastash.
That went very fast. T-H-A what?
Thaastash.
Okay.
Who Apuk says is much more of a commander than a champion. Those are the two names that you get given from him. As to the Kenku, where's my list? Other list. I have too many lists. Genuinely too many lists. It's kind of ridiculous. Here we go. One name that Barnan gives you is Joshi. Joshi.
Mm-hmm. I will try very hard to not pronounce that as Yoshi.
Yoshi, yeah. And Karam. Karam. Barnan describes these both as being very, very capable warriors. Karam is deemed as somebody who has very, very good eyes and ears. And Joshi is one who is very good at being able to anticipate. So a good strategist.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's do that next. Let's do that for Molly. Anything for anybody else?
I guess if just something simple, I'm probably just gonna spend the last just a little bit of time training my vulture again.
Sure. Roll me animal handling.
Oops, I keep forgetting I can't click the box this time. I gotta actually click the little thing. 21.
21. Okay. You managed to train your vulture to the point that it at least isn't going to run off all the time. It is now sort of kind of sticking around you.
Okay.
Possibly because it learns that having to stick with you means it gets free food and doesn't have to hunt for itself.
Yeah.
But it is still not willing to go and do your own biddings. That was sort of why.
Yeah. If he wants to fly off, he's free to fly off, but he knows if he wants to come back, he's welcome.
All right. Unless there's anything else, you guys are all able to get a long rest.
Yeah.
As the fire starts throwing
As the fire
rolls.
does his
I would like to.
Oh,
do
that's
one-
for your.
what would you like to do?
Yeah, I want
Tafari?
to do a rest first because I need some health in order to not die.
Well, hang on.
And then-
Here comes the long rest. Or do you?
No,
or do you
I
wish
need-
to?
I want to
Okay,
do
got
it
ya.
before the long rest.
Yeah, got you.
And I would like to ask Atlas to join me because I want to cast Contact Other Plane again.
Sure.
And I need
what do
him
you need me
to-
to do?
If I go batshit crazy, I need you to knock me out.
All right.
Really quick question
Because-
for Chip.
There's a small chance I go insane.
All right.
I just had a really quick
Looking at
question
a
for
very
Jeff.
blood-splattered barbarian,
I'll do it later.
ready to do your bidding.
All right.
Well, start the ritual.
Wonderful.
And I first need to make a DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
I think you'll make that, but you know.
Yeah, that's, you never
You'll
know.
make it.
Yeah, okay. All right.
There's always a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time I
That's
needed
true.
to reroll for it, so and
That's
I do
true.
not
you
like
did,
to make.
Yes.
I don't like to get 6d6 psychic damage. So.
Mm-hmm.
As he's
All right. I will ask 5 questions to someone,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to ask them: is my brother's family in Bunabral?
Okay. Before you do, how is Tafari feeling right now? What state of mind is he in?
He's a bit bloodied. He's a bit in pain. For the rest, he's feeling okay. I mean, his revolution is starting to kick off, and he's feeling good about it.
Okay. Cool. So ask your questions. Well, once more. You throw out your spell and you feel something answer. What answers you is
An excellent question.
what answers you is this almost hurricane of fire, anger, pain, fury, and also extreme amounts of adrenaline, a forceful imagination of it's either me or them, and your head is kind of filled with the sounds of clashing weapons and explosions and the sounds of combat. Ask your questions.
I got a demon. Of course, I got a demon. Well, yeah, the first one would be is Abai's family in Bunabro?
You get a almost lull in that sound of combat and fury and fighting, which you get to understand as yes.
All right, that's good to know. Is it wise to go to Sorokan to enlist gnomish aid?
There is a strange, the sounds of combat, fire, and that adrenaline, hate, and anger swells and then subsides, and then swells and then subsides. You get the sense they're unclear.
Right. Well, at least no. Another really good one, but I don't know. Oh yeah. Is it? Can we ask the druids for help?
That's actually quite a difficult question to answer. There is that sense of peace again, with the answer of yes.
What? What else did I have? No, I think that's about it. So I will ask him, why are bananas so terribly curved?
The sounds of battle kind of move away from you for a moment, as there's almost kind of there's a question. There's almost like the feeling of what from this entity. As you get the response of irrelevant.
The last one is there a fast way to travel to Bunabral?
To which you get that previous sense of a battle that is constantly in flow, but there's no clear victor, with the feeling of unclear.
Okay. Well, that's 5, so that ends the ritual.
Alright.
Go right there, Teferi. Looking kind of kind of sweaty and
it
breathing
does
real
take
fast.
a mental toll, but I haven't gone more insane than usual.
Is that how you got the way you were? Where you are?
Well, it probably
There's
didn't help.
A lot to help him happen.
Reasons got nothing to do with it.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Hey.
Hi, Sean.
Did you learn
my
anything?
first.
Go ahead, Sean.
Sorry.
Well, I learned that Abe's family is indeed in Bunabral. The entity I contacted did say it was a good idea to go and seek help from the druids.
Beryl will be happy to hear that.
Yeah. He was kind of. I mean, I didn't really get a clear answer on if it was good to, or if it was smart to enlist the aid of the gnomes in Sorokan. And he did not know why bananas are curved.
Does nobody know the answer to this question?
No. Not even this entity. And it was
Actually,
quite an entity.
I actually know the answer to that, but I am not telling.
You are not
Aw.
here.
And you're not there.
But if
Oh no, that
so
the
they
Sean
base
knows the answer.
family's
Pharaoh
your
might not.
family too, right?
Sorry, what were you saying, Atlas? Because I didn't quite hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
A base family makes it your family too, right?
Yeah. By extension.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever met them though, but that's fine.
Wanna go look for them next?
Yeah, I wanna get everyone together tomorrow, including Abe, and see what our next plan of action is.
All right.
But for now, it's probably a good idea to get some sleep.
Yeah, I agree. And good night.
Yeah,
I,
have a good night. Thanks for looking out, and good night.
I received a private message in Discord. Shania, who would you like to scry on today? You need to tell me, otherwise I can't do anything.
Epona.
All right.
Your DC is...
With DC. Oh
Mhm.
boy, let me find out. Let me find out.
Your wisdom is higher though, so I think you can.
Yeah, I
do it.
think it's 14 now.
Yeah, you go +2.
You roll a die. Okay. Tonight. Let me ask you one question. What time are you doing this?
Well, I will have talked to everybody else first, so I reckon it's around, I don't know, 10ish, 11. It's just before bed.
Okay, that's fine.
Taking a bath.
Nope.
Nope.
You find Epona in what seems to be a very simple nightgown, and she is at this present moment standing in front of. You think it's a shrine of some sort, but it also doesn't look to be a fixed one, as in a shrine that has been purposely built. This is, you see her in a very simple room with this small. It looks like almost like a small block of stone, just in front of her. And she is at this present moment. She has her hands together, and she's effectively bowing to this small block of stone, or standing up, and kind of. I can't do it without showing, but with her hands, she pushes her hands forward and separates, and comes back, hands together, and then bows again towards this stone. and she does that a couple more times before standing and basically just staring at this stone. And as you watch, there is no sound, as in you don't hear her talking or speaking or anything like that. But there is just this very small single tear that rolls down her cheek. Before she kind of just shakes it off, wipes away the tear. heads over to her very plush-looking bed and settling down.
I'll watch until the vision runs out, and then I'll tuck myself in.
It soon runs out after she heads to her bed. Your vision also very soon after that runs out too. All right. With that, you guys have a long rest.
Yay!
Heal all those ridiculous amounts of wounds that you guys got. And you leveled up.
Yay!
The following day brings somewhat mayhem, a little bit for you all, as you will very quickly realize that due to the following days, the previous days' attempt on your lives, the mansion has been fortified, or at least has been reinforced. As you start to walk around the place, you suddenly see a lot more dragonborn guards dotted around the place. And as you glance up and look around at the roofs, there's also a few Kenku hopping around there. And as you decide to walk around, just take a few moments to walk around the town, you can see that there is a lot more visibly armed individuals, and the Dragonborn and Kenku are now actually occupying the town proper rather than being sort of kind of billeted outside. Who would be the most visible person right now? By that I mean, who would be, if that would be you, Sykes?
Because I'm visible in the sense of everybody's so probably confused on why I'm just looking at everybody, trying to get, because I'm running around trying to find all the tabaxi.
Oh, this is next
so
day.
I'm literally just.
This is the next day.
This is the next day.
You still doing that? Okay, cool, fine.
Yeah. Well, now I'm looking for the tabaxis of the faces that were dead.
Ah.
Okay.
He's a man on a mission trying to find a spawn point.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if they spawn today or if it takes a while.
Okay. Well, all right, that's fine. Then you'll be the person that she will approach. As you are wandering around the town and looking around, heading towards where the bodies were taken, the bodies have been removed from the mansion and moved to a graveyard, which seems to be also pretty empty.
I'm not looking for the bodies where they died. I'm looking for the bodies that are now alive.
Oh, I know what you're looking for. I know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But it would also,
if that's
logic dictates that if they manage to come alive, they might come alive in the same bodies. So
true.
Check out to make sure that the bodies themselves are still there. So they are. The bodies
I guess I never saw the one guy who chopped his finger off respawn. I'd assume his body. He just yeah. Okay.
So you find the graveyard where these bodies are taken. Although the graveyard seems weirdly very empty for a graveyard. You'd expect at least to be some headstones here, but there's very few here, which is, when you think about it, kind of makes sense, but also feels very, very odd.
Yeah.
And then you start wandering around town. And as you're wandering around town, you hear, excuse me, Mr. Sykes, Mr. Sykes.
Oh, hello.
As you turn around and you see running towards you, hair kind of all over the place, goggles on top of her forehead, clothing all disheveled, and with this leather apron on her, running towards you is Nephain.
Nephain, yeah. There she is. Looking for her on my sheet, and I was like, oh no, I know who that is. Oh, Nephain. Hello.
Hi.
Is something wrong?
No. I have something to show you. where's Tefari and everybody else? And I've got something to show you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take you to where they are. I mean, I'm kind of just searching for something, but I can find it later too. Yeah, come with me.
Okay. And you lead her to everyone else eventually. Is there anything that you guys anything else that you guys are particularly doing this morning?
Yeah, I don't think really Farrell has anything that. Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
On my end.
That's fine.
I'm just
Morning
a
routine.
I'm just
So-
a disembodied voice
For now, we'll get into that. For now.
for now.
So we are. So you, Sykes, you eventually gather everybody, and Nephain's looks. Okay. Mr. Tefari. Whatever. I've. Do you remember what we were working on ship?
Yes.
I might have made some progress. And
Nice.
would.
You'd like to show us?
Yes, I would like to show you. Yeah, yes,
Right.
yes. Follow me, and she turns around and she starts to lead you to an open area of the town where there are very, very few buildings. In actual fact, she leads you almost to the outskirts of the town, where you see Nephain is there, and there's a few very concerned-looking gnomes and Kenku nearby. As she leads you to this table. And on this table, you can see what appears to be this very, very long wooden box. In the box, you can see this almost like a gully or like a channel has been carved into the box, and into that gully has been placed this lead lining which follows that gully. And as you look at examine the gully, you can see that all down the ends of this, all down the edges of this lead, are runes that have been carved into it. Over the gully are these rings of gold. Very clearly rings. It doesn't look like the gully has been encased. It looks like there are every so often rings of gold along the top of this gully, and these rings are all connected to each other by another gold wire, you think? You're not sure. But they're all connected to each other, and then that gold wire leads to a small block of wood at the nearest end of this lead-lined gully. And in that block of wood is this depression that seems to be carved into it. And more of that gold wire is wrapped around this small depression. And Nephain approaches this and goes, "This is what I've been working on. With your help from that lead stuff that it disappeared eventually, but that lead stuff that really, really helped. This is what I think we could do with the black iron and the energy crystals that the Kenku have. I don't really know how to describe this, but basically there's this weird combination between the two that somehow, if I've been able to enhance it and to turn it into a kind of projectile or something. It was totally by chance. This is what I've come up with.
Okay. And in what way is it an improvement?
Well, I'm able to direct it.
Oh.
Yeah. That's as far as I got. I haven't tested it yet. I thought it may be a good idea to at least show you what I've been working on. For now, anyways.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Go and fine if you test it.
Okay, thank you. Right, and she looks towards the Kenku and the gnomes, and they are looking very, very nervous. And it seems that they're well, actually, Janai and Farrell, you'll both pick this up from your passive passive insight. Both of both groups seem.
I'm not there.
Oh, you're not there, Janai. Okay, sure. If you don't want to be there, you don't want to be there. There seems to be this. It looks as though that both groups have been trying to stop Nephain from doing this experiment, but with your permission, they're kind of going okay, and they sort of kind of take a step back. Nephain puts on some gloves and reaches into a small Hessian bag, which was nearby the table, and she reaches in. He pulls out a very. It's about the size of a golf ball, round piece of this black iron, which was used to power the ship. And it looks around the size of golf balls. It's pretty large, and she inserts it against a small stopper of this lead-lined box. And as she puts it in, there's almost like this weird kind of hum, very, very, very low hum that starts, and you can see that the arcane symbols along the edges of this lead gully all light up. She goes, "Okay, that's it, right."
I am slightly terrified.
How big is this thing?
How big is this thing? It's about 2 feet in length, which is actually not that big. Not that big when you think about it. No, not 2 feet. 2 feet. 2 feet's too small. Still too small. 4 feet. There we go.
Oh my god!
It's about 4 feet in length.
Whoa!
And she goes, okay, right, okay. And she reaches into a pouch and pulls out a very, very small blue crystal, which you've all seen before. These blue crystals were what powered the
Sand sleds.
The sand sleds, thank you. This is what powered them. Although this is a lot smaller than those ones were. Those ones were slightly larger. This is a lot smaller, and very much looks like it fits into that small hollow, which is surrounded by this gold wire. She takes a breath. Okay, right. Hoping this is gonna work. And she starts to reach forward, but as she reaches forward, that golf ball catches fire. But it starts to burn with this almost kind of dirty white light. Like not a nice clean sort of magnesium color light, but very, very sort of dirty and almost like it's giving off like sooty black smoke, even though there's no smoke that emits from it. It catches fire, and she looks and goes, "Shit, I need to be quicker, And so she basically jams the blue crystal into that small hollow. As she jams the blue crystal into that small hollow, the gold sparks. The gold wire around it sparks and extends, and that spark turns into lightning, which extends and flies along the golden rings and this wire. And there is this great flash of light, almost that's this weird combination of blue, very light blue, white and black. Light explodes out, and there's a horrible booming sound as whatever that golf ball is fired along this gully straight forwards. As the light clears, you can see this small spinning dirty blue now fireball flying forwards. It then strikes a rock and explodes. There is this enormous crack of splitting rock and thunder and light as this stone basically ceases to exist. the sound dies down. And as you're watching, you notice that where the stone was, there is now fire. And it is continuing to burn with this dirty blue fire flame. Nephain is standing there breathing the crystal back in her hand, looking at her. Oh, well, that worked. That worked.
Sykes just says, "Can you do that again?"
No.
I could. And she looks down at the device that she made, and you notice that the gold rings have completely melted.
Oh shit.
Oh well, a prototype. Not yet. I could, perhaps. So yeah, this is what I've been working on. What do you think?
Does the fire still go out?
Sorry?
Does that fire still go out?
You're watching.
The Atlas will just ask.
Well,
Pointing.
I don't know. Well.
No.
Well, I don't know. No.
Listen,
I
ever
think so.
burning rock.
I think so. Eventually,
Farrell will try to put it out.
you're gonna run
He'll
ahead
go
and try. You're gonna run over to where it is.
Yeah.
Okay. You start running over to where it is, and you suddenly realize that fire is a good 60 feet away. So it takes you a short amount of time to get there, but as you run over, you can see that the rock and the sand and the gravel where it landed is all still on fire. And there is there's a horrible smell of like ozone.
Mm.
And there's no heat.
Oh.
How are you going to try and put
Non-burning.
this out?
I'm going to try to create water in the dowser.
Okay. You create water, and this gallon of water splashes down on this area where this fire is. Nothing happens.
It's an ever burning fire.
Interesting. I have. Oh wait, it's just. I forgot that was almost over. I don't have a spell for it, but then I also do try to bury it underground.
Basically, you're trying to smother it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Sure, it takes you a little while. It takes you a little while to do that. And as you are, as you're throwing this sand and the ground around over this fire, the fire does eventually start to die down as you're doing this. And you begin to notice that the areas where you haven't thrown any soil or sand down, the fire has died down there.
So, for the water being ineffective, was it just like turned to steam right away, or was it like was it so hot that the water just like evaporated, or did the water dump on it and just do it?
It's almost like when the water landed, the flame disappeared, but as the water slid away, the flame reignited.
Okay. So yeah, I think Sean, once again, knows exactly what's going on, but Farrell's like really confused. This is not how fire works.
So, Janai, where have you been? What have you been up to while this thing has been going on?
I've been in my room.
Okay.
And I've not been doing well. Yeah, we had a tough day yesterday. It was very vulnerable, and now I feel bad about it. So I'll be in my room until further notice. I may not show my face for a little while. I might go to other places in town, but I'll definitely try to avoid certain people.
That's fair. Well, I will say that this bang and explosion that happened is definitely audible, so you will have heard it. It's up to you what you want to do with that information, but you will have definitely heard the explosion of something getting hit and then being made very small very, very quickly.
Good. Right. Well, I'll stick my head out the door to see if there's anybody running away in panic.
Yes, there are. In actual fact,
Cool,
there are people running out of the mansion.
Great. Then that person will see a tiefling coming out of a room in full armor, grabbing them by the lapels and going, "What is going on?"
Don't know. As you grab what appears to be one of the crow-like kenku. Don't know. Just heard a large explosive sounds outside in the town. Running to find out what's going on.
I'll let go, and I'll saunter up. And I won't let myself be seen unless I really, really have to.
Sure. All right.
I'll just check around the corner, like, is everybody still alive? Do they need me? No. Okay, I'll be gone.
That's fair. You'll be there a lot later than everybody else, and you will realize that everything's fine eventually. Everybody else, or rather, Tefari, Atlas, and Sykes, what are you guys doing while Farrell's running to put out a fire that doesn't seem to want to be put out?
I walk up to the thing and I kind of look like down the barrel from the hilt, and I'm just gonna kind of close an eye and just look. I want to see if I can gauge how far this thing could shoot, like past the rock. I can't shoot it. I'm just trying to see if I can visually in my head see how far this thing could possibly shoot.
This thing looks like... I would like you to roll me an intelligence check here.
Ah, crap.
That makes
Right.
sense.
I would like to use my reroll in this
Of
case.
Feel free.
The red reroll, not the inspiration. So,
Mhm.
Come on. It's a 16.
16. Not bad. You get the feeling that if whatever large boulder that thing had hit, or that whatever it is that fired out of this barrel, for want of a better word of what this thing is, if that boulder hadn't been there, it would probably gone further. As to how far, you're not sure, because prototype. You also notice that where the thing hit, i.e. basically where Farrell is right now, is not quite center to the barrel.
Like it dropped, or did it go up?
Like it wandered. It didn't go straight forward, it wandered.
Okay. Question, is the rock more to the side, or does it still look like it's straight forward? Like straight line.
Not
Like
quite.
if I was aiming for the rock, does the barrel look like the rock is facing at the rock?
No, the barrel does not look like it's facing up the rock.
So it's like if I was looking here like this, the rock would be kind of more over
More over to your left, yes.
this way. Yeah.
And that's what
Okay.
I mean by that's
So
what I mean by the
first
size, whatever it is.
First thing Sykes thinks of is the wind. The wind, probably. But is it windy?
No.
I just looked at Nephain and I say, you might want to check that deviation.
What?
'Cause-
What?
The deviation, it's when you it's your bullet strode to the left a bit.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'll add that to the list. It's going to be pretty low on the list, unfortunately. As she's looking at these melted rings of gold that are now that have now basically melted into the lead gully.
Also, when you finish it, I want one.
Well, let me get it to work first before work.
Right.
More
No,
than
of
just
course. I
once
know this
before I
time.
do.
I just-
yeah.
Well, that's what I said. When you finish, when it's good.
Okay.
I want to see how far this thing can shoot.
Nephain, what were
yes?
you what were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking to try and figure out a way to get black iron. Do you know what it is? Oh, never mind. Black iron and this and the blue crystal, which she still has in her hand and is basically waving it around as she's talking, to try and get them to interact in some way to produce either a new energy or a new way of powering or just something. And Tifari was kind enough to help us figure out how to stop the blue crystal from basically combusting immediately as soon as it got in contact with this black iron by separating it with lead. And me and Tobias were working together and trying to figure it out. And then we just happened to include some gold, and I knew that gold reacted very, very violently with this blue crystal. That's why I don't use it very often. And I knew it would. And then somehow I combined the two, and it just kind of we did something strange. And I thought, if I could try and direct that, try and get it to continually spinning, and maybe produce some. That was my idea. And I thought, I put this down to perhaps direct some of that energy. I didn't expect it to do that.
Yeah, it's powerful, that's for sure. Don't let it fall into the wrong hands. I'm not even sure we're the right hands, to be perfectly
I'm sure.
Pipes up.
I
think you did amazing, Nephain.
I just want to bring this up real quick. I think Atlas and whoever has low intelligence should make us certain amount of damage in terms of psychic.
David. Well, I was just trying to
take normal damage.
I was just trying to enact what you were saying, Tifari.
Yeah, I'm amazed that you've managed to bring up this prototype so fast.
Oh, well, it was actually Pobius Pobius had the idea to turn it in to give it some direction. We just discovered the interaction between black iron, lead, and gold as this weird. We also discovered that if we use the runes that are in his machine, it would help with the. It would help with the black iron. As you saw.
Yeah, how do you get the fire to continually burn?
That's I believe Pobius will be able to tell you more. I didn't really understand it, but that's a property of the combination of this black iron and the runes that we used. It's some combination about that. I don't really understand how that works.
Okay,
Hey,
hey,
Nephain.
Yes.
When you fired it, you saw the bullet hit the rock too, right?
I think so.
How long did it take for it to hit the rock after you fired?
Not sure. I wasn't really timing.
Okay.
This is the first time I've fired this. I wasn't really. Proof of concept.
I turn towards the rock. I take my arrow out, and I'm gonna try and shoot at the rock, and then I'm gonna count how long it takes my arrow to hit the rock.
Sure. I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
Yeah.
So Farrell, as you're trying to put out this fire, an arrow lands right nearby you.
He just looks around he's like, am I being attacked?
And you
kind of freaks out a little.
You look back and you see Sykes with his bow drawn.
I just kind of put my hand on my chin, thinking, and yeah, how long did it take?
Same amount of time it would with a bow.
So like 6 seconds about
that.
And I just, or like about like 3 seconds, and I just think that this thing definitely hit the rock faster than my bow hit the rock, or than my arrow hit the rock. And I just say, I tell her I think this thing can shoot a lot further than that rock you hit. Based on distance from my arrow to this thing, I think it can shoot like way further. So if you can get it fixed again sometime before we leave, I will test it at a higher ground. I want to see how far this thing can shoot.
I will give that a go. As she's looking down, you now notice that the gold rings have kind of just melted into the lead now.
Don't worry about it if you can't, but if you can get it, yeah.
You see that the runes that are along the edges of the sort of half barrel, as it were, have kind of melted and become deformed. So whatever works you put into this is now she's looking at it. Go. There's this kind of look of slight exasperation, but also a look of kind of hystericalness and potentiality. That sort of weird look that somebody who's just made a discovery is going, oh my god, this is amazing, what can I do with this? As you're all having this discussion, you all start, well, those of you who are nearby this thing, start to hear running footsteps. As coming from the surrounding buildings, you see a bunch of Dragonborn and Kenku running to where you are to find out what's going on.
Nephain quickly, seriously though, keep this discovery a secret.
Yeah, yes, I will. I definitely will try.
Keep me informed, because I'm
of course.
interested.
Of course.
Same.
I will. I will inform you when I've made another prototype that potentially won't fall apart. And as you calm the crowd down and send everybody off, Tefari, running up to you is another Dragonborn. A lot thinner and slighter, very much somebody who is much more of an athlete than a brutish, as it were, fighter. To dexterity, obviously, much more their thing than their strength. Runs up to you, Tefari, and kind of looks a little bit lost as they try and remember what they've been told, and then, in a very broken common, barks at you. Detained individual at town entrance.
Awesome. Something town entrance. I'll go to the town entrance.
He runs off.
Good job, Steve.
Sure, this guy's
everybody's named Steve.
From now on, he's Steve.
Sure.
Yeah, so some of them are called Dave.
Yeah.
Some
John.
called Dave, John, Steve, Paul,
Alan.
Aaron.
So, did you head immediately to the town perimeter, to the town entrance, or do you wander around for a bit?
No, I'll go to the town entrance immediately.
Okay.
I'll go with.
Sure. After this as well?
But yeah, after Pharaoh puts out the fire, yeah, he'll go.
Okay, cool. Heading that direction, you approach the town entrance, the main road into the town. Obviously, you can get into the town from anywhere, considering there's no palisade around the actual edges of the town. But here, this is kind of the main thoroughfare into the town. And as you approach, you see Apuk is standing there with their arms crossed, looking down slightly, although not by much, on a River, would they be hooded or not hooded?
I'm gonna roll a d20 real quick.
It's up to you.
Oh, hood is off completely.
Hood is off?
They, yeah, they are not giving a fuck.
That's fair.
They're
Nice.
they're staring right back at Puck, like straight in the eyes, like with a sense of what the fuck you gonna do?
That's fair. So, what does Tefari, Atlas, Farrell, and Sykes see as they are approaching the Poison Town Ranges, where you are basically staring down Apuk while being also surrounded by 2 other Dragonborn with their blades drawn?
This is well, you would immediately recognize this as a gnoll of some sort, but this gnoll has, I just gotta look at my character thing. I gotta pull up Heroforge so I have a better visual. Give me a hot moment. Sorry if this is going to take a bit. I need a visual. I forgot what my character looks like. I should.
Fair.
Yeah,
Very
it
fancy,
is-
Very bad at describing things, so
this gnoll has the stand being a gnoll. But besides that, their fur is kind of like this lightish gray than the brown fur that you first met Garm. At the same height of Garm as well, standing at roughly 7 foot at most. And they are wearing like what's it called? Like a sailor's outfit, like for during the Pirate Age.
Sure.
Yeah, something like that. Like sailor's uniform, blue eyes, has a cocky look on their face, like smiling at Eplook, like waiting for him to do something or take a swing. Really hoping. All the while, very laid back, and yeah, they are literally like staring Eplook down. Like, wanna go, bro? Not saying anything, just looking.
So Sykes,
Except
Farrell,
no blade drawn or anything. Just like relax. Like, what are you going to do?
so Sykes, Farrell, Tefari, and Atlas, that's who you see staring down Apuk. And there's not many people that do stare down Apuk. But this individual is definitely staring him down right now.
Feral, being feral, just is like, oh my gosh, Garm came back to life like Sykes, and he just runs forward, pulls out Ratatosker, and just basically, like bull rushes like past the crowd, like straight to this gnoll.
I don't know, Farrell.
Yeah, like
God.
he just charges forward.
And that's where we're going to take a bit of a break.
Yes.
Because I do definitely need a bit of a drink after that. Yeah, so we won't be too long because of time stuffs, but see you guys very, very, very shortly.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Hello! Oh shit, I forgot to do thing. Whoopsie!
Oh my god, no!
We're all off. There we go. Bang! There we go. Back to normal. Sorry about that. Yes, welcome back. We're back with more Scarlet Guard, where a new, well, I was about to say new friend. No, not yet. A new character has arrived, and Farrell, Atlas, and Tefari, and Sykes are currently meeting said character. This character, being run by River, is having a staring contest with Apuk.
Yeah.
Or at least they were having a staring contest with Apuk before they get barreled over by a charging furbolg in the form of Farrell.
Was just following closely behind, trying to see if there's trouble or not.
That's fair. What is your how does your character react to this moment, River?
Like, you know, like the moment that like Ferric was looking, did not pay attention to their surroundings. They were mainly eye contact with Aphook until they got bodied by Farrell, and he go, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing?
Oh no, I think Aphook got barreled, didn't he?
No.
Oh.
No,
when he said detained, I thought he meant behind bars or something. So
no. He isn't behind bars. He's just being stopped from entering
he was
town.
Pushing past.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was pushing past. All
I just kind of imagined a like inside of a box or something. So. No.
So yes.
Farrell is also holding a squirrel out in front of Ferric too.
So.
Okay. What's that red furry thing? Get out! Fuck!
Is it that you don't recognize your friend? Friends?
I never met a red squirrel.
Oh.
Farrell, I don't
No.
think that. I don't think that's Garm.
Who? Garm? Oh, wait. Oh, that's a name for Noel, ain't it?
Yeah, apologies for my friend. We had a Noel in our party before, and
I'm
yeah,
surprised that you didn't kill that person, that Noel on site. I am very surprised. Anyway, big man, what were you saying earlier? Wait, look straight at Aphook.
You are not allowed in this town. Who are you and why are you here?
Well, I better introduce myself for a 50th time. I am Ferric Fang of the Tide Maw, and I am here to request assistance to find something. And seem like you don't have hearing.
Aphook slowly looks over towards you, Tefari.
Aphook, what is it and why is it speaking?
Very good question. This creature decides entrance to your town. Requests help. I am surprised it's able to string more than 2 words together.
I fully agree.
Well, I ain't one of them Black Fang, if that's what you're asking.
Be quiet.
I have no idea what that is, so I don't care.
Looks over to Tefari. You're the leader here?
I am indeed the lord of this city.
Looks at, presumably city, but I assume this is like a town or a village, not really a city. GM man?
It is a very large town, but Tefari is calling it a city, so I'm going to let him continue calling it city.
It's like, right.
You can have small cities. It is a thing, surprisingly.
Fair point. Okay. Well, I am here to request help. I've been put on a task with a certain somebody to look for a key, and my lead directs me here.
Aha, that's an excellent story and sounds like total bullshit.
It's not really more like bullshit.
A random person appeared to you, just popped out of nowhere like a leprechaun, and gave you a task to find a key, which just happened to be in my city.
Well, I mean, that person was my savior when I got stabbed, so I mean...
See, that's already a much better explanation.
What was that roll for, Farrell?
Safari, well, as soon as Safari said that sounds like bullshit, Farrell would have been like, is it?
That's fair.
Farrell's
is
the one who likes Knowles the most in this group.
Yeah, Ferric is really honest at this point, except a bit of cockiness in the mix.
Yeah, Safari, like, you know, I'm pretty good at knowing when people are lying, and, like, they are not lying. Like, this is, you know, at the very least, they're telling the truth. I think we should hear them out.
Yeah, well, things would have been a lot more quicker if I didn't get stabbed. I'm not going to be here to eat people like most gnolls are. I'm not that barbaric. Fuck no, I'm not one of those.
Trust me, if there was ever a terrible town to eat people, it would be this one.
Well, I mean... you got a fair point on that one. I mean, I can't really fucking disagree with that. I mean, looks at the town. I mean, a good horde of gnolls came here. This place is a feast. I mean, you got Dragonborn. You got... Is that a Kenku? One of them feather folk? And them cat folk? I forgot their names already. Yeah. So... would have been a feast. But I'm not here for a feast. I'm here for...
Very much like to meet the first Gnoll horde that enters here.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Because I am not part of a tribe. I am more or less out of a tribe. It's complicated.
What are you talking about?
I have time, so explain why it's complicated.
Well, it's kind of complicated because I was part of a tribe, and uprising, or mutiny happened. That's the right word. Mutiny happened. I got thrown overboard after being stabbed. A person saved my life, albeit it could be a dream or something like that. And then I ended up on some shore in Fall.
So you're a pirate?
That's a more of a broader term, you know.
So you're a
Farrell
pirate.
kind of like nudges Tafari with his elbow, and he's like, isn't that something kind of similar to what you're planning on doing? Like mutiny is just the same thing as rebelling, right?
It's very close. We'll talk later about subtle differences.
Well, before you start pointing fingers, I'm not the captain. I was the first mate. I was for right hand, right, left. One of them to my matriarch captain.
So you started the mutiny and failed?
I didn't start it. I was with my captain.
Oh, okay.
I got stabbed. I mean, look, it shows the wound. You could clearly tell this wound is supposed to be fatal. Well, not wounded by a scar. It's supposed to be fatal. Well, I got real lucky, and yeah, I got real lucky. Some bastard stabbed me with a rapier. I forgot what his name is.
Hey, Seg, you've got a wound like that too, where you were killed.
Wait, what?
I don't have scars though. My literal soul is practically ripped out. On two occasions.
Yeah, was like
both occasions.
Did you have a scar still from where you literally died and got brought back to life by the tiefling people?
No, because it was a skeleton jellyfish spirit thing that was hiding in the skulls. They literally ripped. They grabbed my soul and somehow ripped it out. Almost.
Oh. Okay.
They were doing psychic damage. If anything, my
Well, then
brain
Farrell
is
instead would be
scarred.
like, yeah, Farrell instead would be like, well, you also did die and kind of come back. Like, you know, it makes sense.
Ferric looks at Aphook.
Kind of similar.
Looks at Aphook. You hearing this shit?
Yes.
How much is that true?
Aphook just completely ignores you and looks towards the fire. Do I let
All right.
him or do I eat him?
Well, we'll
Well,
let
still
it in
doesn't-
for now and hear it out. And
Who sent you here?
The sea goddess. Without an insight check, they are not bullshit.
aha, so you know, a random person appeared to you, saved you, and then a goddess appeared and
Well,
sent you. I
let
mean,
me retrace the steps. It's more
don't get
like
me wrong. I am not anti-religion, but random women appearing from ponds is a terrible system for questing.
Well, I mean,
Oh, I
let
met
me
my wife.
retrace the
Safari.
steps.
No,
I got stabbed. I got thrown overboard because some bastard stabbed me in the chest while I was fighting. Kudos to them. Then I don't know. I was in this weird dream state. I think my mind made up some lady. I don't know. Looked like a lady, I think. And told me about some grand plan or something. I don't know, man. It was weird. It was this weird dream state. I ended up on the shore of Fall because we were supposed to raid a kind of Farrica looks down and go, what's that shit? Or merchant ship? That's one of them things. I hope looks at Apple. I hope I'm not going to prison for this when I admitted my own crime, right?
That
I mean,
depends
you
on
look like
how
a-
well your story is.
Hold up. Were you ever found by the... You said you woke up on the shores of Fall, right? Are you talking about, like, the city of Fall or
hegemony
the
Fall?
hegemony Fall? Oh, okay.
Hegemony Fall, one of the beaches. I can't remember where. I got picked up by some druid who likes spiders.
Right.
A normal man.
Just a perfect
Completely
normal,
normal. Not suspicious at all.
So what were you looking for? Why are you...
Well, the sea
And who's
guys.
supposed to help you?
Well, it's more like I need help to follow lead. If you help me, I itch your back. That kind of transaction, you know. It's not
Yeah, I've
really
heard that before.
I mean, you heard that before. I ain't gonna backstab you or nothing unless you piss me off.
Nobody brought that up. Mm-hmm.
No. I don't know why you're suddenly starting about backstabbing someone.
Well, I mean, us gnolls kind of have a hierarchy problem. I won't get into that too much. Anyway, I am more or less here guided by my sea goddess to find a key, and my lead was coming to here.
Well,
key for?
I mean, it makes sense if you think about it. Like we are also at a crossroads. we too are at a crossroads, and you know, like maybe this is a sign, right?
I like what he's saying.
Will you give us a sec to think about it? We'll talk, and we'll be right back, as I'm gonna try and grab the three of them and pull them aside.
All right, I'll be here if you name me. Hey, big man, what's your name, by the way?
Which
Just
one,
growls
Feral or
at
Apple?
Talking to Aphook.
Okay.
Aphook just growls at you.
Growler. I'm gonna call you Ground Man. Anyway, how are you in the bar fight?
As you start trying to engage a very non-engaging worthy dragonborn, Sykes, please, you have the floor.
So, as I kind of pull him away and I say,
Just 1 quick second, Sykes.
Uh,
And I would like to cast. Shit, where is it?
I know that spell. Shit, where is it? It's every time I've lost my socks.
It's a classic.
It's a classic spell.
No, I would like to cast Enemies Abound and turn it into a moat, and give that to Sykes and tell him, in case the thing starts doing anything, shoot this on an arrow at it.
okay. At the knoll.
Yeah, if it's a knoll, sure.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. Probably someone's pet that's gone missing.
Weren't you like you were a fan of Garm, weren't you, Tafari? Like you.
Exception.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Alright,
I quickly just
I
looked
will-
up what that spell was. Thank you. Now I know what it is.
Oh, okay.
I will put the I'm assuming like a sigil on a rock, or what was it?
It's
like
a
a
small
bead.
moat.
A small one,
yeah, like a bead. Yeah.
I'll put it in a coat pocket, so that'll be on me when I can use. Then I can use it quicker. He says he's a pirate. Well, he didn't say he's a pirate, but I'm assuming he said he said he fell off a boat. And he's the first mate, which most likely means he knows how to sail a boat.
He knows how to tell other people to sail a boat.
True, but you need the knowledge to sail a boat to tell other people how to do it too.
Uh,
And
You've
since
never
you're
met
the
middlemen.
leader, you could tell him to sail the boat to the Druid's castle, or the Druids.
yeah,
We need to cross the ocean to get there anyway. And the closest way to get there is from Buna Brawl.
yeah, but
See,
if
like I
we're-
said, it's a sign.
we're gonna do our $1 million heist and steal Abe's
Yeah.
family away.
Well,
in
we help
Bunaral,
him.
we probably need to make sure there's already a boat.
Yeah, well, exactly. But I'm sure there'll be boats in Buna Brawl.
Yeah, probably.
So here's what I'm thinking: we help him get his key, like he's saying. Then he scratches our back, like he said. He helps us get back Abai's family,
Yeah, sure.
and
If
and
everyone
then
does.
we get a boat.
We're all sure this is not one of the spies.
Well,
Not-
one
Not a
advantage.
different one.
If we go to Bunabrawl first, that means we do
We could
have some
get-
time to see if he's trustworthy.
Janae casted a spell before that when we were in the Dragonborn's den that made it so people couldn't lie. If we get Janae and use it on him to see if he's lying, if he's not a spy or not.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, so you don't believe me when I say that?
Of course I
he's-
believe you, Farrell. I always believe you. I don't believe Ferric.
No,
But I
no.
believe him. He's telling the truth.
We're just taking extra measures. It's okay. You're not in the fault here.
I mean, even if he's telling the
We're
truth,
just being
it's still a
careful.
weird fucking story.
Yeah, it is.
He'll-
100%.
Makes sense. This story makes sense to me.
Of course it does. Yeah,
I'll
I'm
leave
fine with-
the choice up to you, but that's just what I was thinking.
Well, we also
think that's
need
a good
to
plan.
see what Janae's opinion on it is.
I
mean, let's just- Let's
Do you want me to go get her?
well, let's go get breakfast and take whatever its name is.
Okay. Well, I guess we did say we'd be back later. We didn't tell him how long specifically.
Yeah, true.
I was assuming you'd already had breakfast, so we can say it's about
Oh.
lunchtime.
Oh,
That's
second
fine.
breakfast.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
second breakfast,
second
whichever.
breakfast.
Farrell asks for 2 portions of lunch, but then hides the fact that he grabbed another portion for Ferric.
That's fair.
We didn't
Oh,
know
I
about
see
Ferric.
you're-
We
I'm
ate
so glad to
breakfast.
see you're finally feeding Reddit, Asker Farrell.
Yeah.
It only took
Well,
106
yeah,
seconds.
A little less than that. When you start feeling about it.
Farrell also will like turn to Ratatasker and just ask him like, how do you feel about this guy?
Oh, are you casting Speak with Animals?
No, more like speech of beast and leaf.
Right. Yeah.
So
You're
it's like
in your.
Ratatasker can still understand me. I just technically can't understand.
Yeah. No. So your Furbolg ability.
Yeah.
Ratatasker just kind of looks up at you, head quirked, and then dives back into the food that you were giving him. Jeff, quick question.
Yeah.
Does Tefari have inspiration? And I don't mean the one that's been awarded through through donations. Do you have inspiration in Fantasy Grounds?
I do not have it checked.
Please take it.
All right.
Because you are making some absolutely amazing references in your
You've
role.
never
Tefari.
met middle management?
I thought
Brilliant.
that's what the star. I thought that's what the star was.
No, that
champion.
star is for that star is also for
Yeah,
awards.
that's donated.
It's donated,
Oh, okay.
so-
Well, then I will uncheck my inspiration.
No, you also,
Oh,
I have also given you all inspiration previously.
Oh,
so
you did
have
before
both.
long, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have both. right
Gotcha.
now. So technically, you have stacked inspiration right now.
Yeah.
What?
It's like second breakfast.
It's like second breakfast. So,
He's
Inspiration.
it's completely thrown me all that. Oh, God, it's a wonderful, wonderful conversation. Oh, it's nice. It's nice just to sit back and watch things. It's great.
It's lovely. I get to play.
I agree, Ed. It's alright.
It's really nice. So, do you guys go and find Janai?
yes.
Yeah.
So you all eventually try.
Farrell
Go on.
actually won't. Farrell will go back to Ferret. But yeah.
Okay, that's fair. So Tefari, Atlas, and Sykes, you eventually find Janai kind of trying to keep to herself.
Do you?
Well,
And
that would be
is
my
she in
question.
her room?
Janai's not in the room.
Oh, okay.
You can go to her room. And you'll find that she's been leatherworking all morning. And there's a big stack of patches on her bed, leather patches. And they all have the same symbol on it. And it's a hand like this. And through the hand, there's a dagger that goes in here and comes out there, and a tiny drop of blood. And there's like a whole stack of them.
Can I do a history check, or any other check for that matter, to know what this symbol means?
Sure. Let's go with. Well, I'll actually put it towards Janai. What sort of check should this be? My head says
I
history,
think a
but I'll
straight up intelligence check would help.
The 14.
You're not great at picking up social cues. But that's usually the kind of hand symbol used to stop something. And then, I don't know, something about blood. Unclear.
Uh-huh.
It's Janae's
Oh.
calling card.
Now there's something is up. Especially if she's not here. So I will get all reliable out and get Kitsune to find Janae.
Okay. I will then require from you, Tefari. Kitsune is not in my combat tracker. I don't know why.
Because the little shit is always hiding when we're in combat.
Yep,
He does that.
he does
Yeah.
that indeed.
And I'm no longer allowed to use him as a guinea pig, so
Yeah, boo.
Oh, for some reason I can't find it. He's a fox. There we go. I'll just share the fox stat sheet with you, so that you can do the roll for him. let's
Yeah,
call
that's what-
this. This wouldn't be perception. This would be survival. What survival we use again?
There's a wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah.
It's wisdom, isn't it? That's what I thought. Yeah, roll a.
But I mean, he knows what Janae smells like, so
he
it
does.
could be perception
He does. So
with smell.
it's the same roll either way, from what I know. Actually,
No,
it's
because
it's not.
the
It's
fox
different
has
because
advantage
it
on
has a
wisdom
perception.
checks
Yes, a
that relies
perception
on
has
hearing
a-
or smell.
and also perception has a bonus to it. Sure, I'll allow perception in this regard. I'll allow perception in this regard.
Alright. With the advantage?
Yes, with the advantage.
For hearing and smell? Okay.
Yes.
Kitsune gets a 7.
A 7.
Kitsune is fucking useless.
Yeah, he doesn't quite know
Bad.
where Shanai is. There's too many very familiar smells around the place, and Kitsune is a bit too distracted by all those familiar smells.
Well, that was useless. Yeah. Then,
Where else would Janai be? Let's check the tavern.
yeah.
All right. You head over to the tavern, Tavaria, where you yourself have spent many an evening drinking and carousing with your friends back when you were younger. Is Shanai there?
Nope.
Which is a surprise.
I'll look under every bar stool. Nope.
So, as a GM, I have to ask
Yeah.
Shanai, where are you?
Yeah. I'm keeping a watch out for a bay.
Okay.
So wherever he is, I'll be watching him.
That's fair. Are you being stealthy about this?
Barely. Not extremely so.
Barely. Alright.
Fairly, just a bit. I guess I would. If the matter is a yes or no stealth roll, then she'll give it a go. Sure.
Yeah, I'll still require a stealth roll from you.
Cool.
It's more for a bay than for you. That makes sense. I will allow advantage on this one though.
Oh, okay. Then I'll roll again because that was an 11. And that's lower. So cool.
Hey,
An 11 it
11.
is.
Solid 11.
Okay.
Could be worse.
It could be worse. Let me just
Oh,
look
sure.
at a bay's stats. Okay. I forgot he had that. Never mind. Okay. You actually spend quite a lot of time following a bay around town. It seems that a bay is trying to get... No, I'm not going to say that much. But you spend a lot of time following him around town, and he spends a lot of
Right.
time talking with people.
Mm-hmm.
And also looking around.
Just shadow him for a while.
At some point, he eventually just sighs, and then he approaches somebody, and he approaches a townsperson, and you hear him ask very clearly, "Do you know where Tefari is? I mean, the lord of the town." The townsperson sort of looks at him, then shrugs. "Don't know. You'll have to find him yourself." At which point Abe just goes, "Oh, look, fine, I know you can't trust me, just tell me where he is, I need to talk to him." Townsperson just shrugs again, "You have to find him yourself," and walks off. At which point Abe just sighs in frustration again, kind of balls his fists. And you see him just take a breath. "Fine, where would he be right now?"
From some sort of shady corner, she'll go poking his nose into somebody else's business. Probably.
I knew you were there all the time. You're not very good at keeping quiet.
I don't very much care about keeping quiet.
Why have you been my shadow all morning and afternoon?
People should keep an eye.
Fair. I wouldn't trust you either. Or even wouldn't trust me in your position. Look, I need to talk to Tefari.
Yeah, you have your brother's gift for words. Just sipping. Where is he? Like I said, somebody else's business probably. Or his own. Lots of this town is his own business. What you need him for?
Well, it'll be discussed with you anyway, so there's no point in me not telling you. Talking about how to rescue my family.
Right. This family. How old are you? And how old is this family even, huh?
I'm 54 years old.
Mm-hmm. So?
My wife is 45. And her daughter is 13.
Started late, huh?
No.
A little bit late. It was also an arranged marriage.
Care about them enough, though.
Look, I just need to...
Yeah, talk to Tefari. That's
Yes.
what everybody wants.
Just... Just take me to him, wherever he might be. If you know. Fine. I'll find him myself.
All right. Don't make yourself look so pathetic. I'll drop you off.
No need, I'll find him myself.
All right. Good luck. Just find something that goes boom.
Very appropriate. I love how the dice are just going with the story. That's very appropriate. He looks around and then realizes he has no idea where Tefari might be at this time, considering the time of the day. He heard the explosion. He went to investigate that. Came back. Needs to talk to a few more people, and then realizes he doesn't actually know where Tefari is.
Did you find yourself in the poor part of town, rich boy?
I am definitely anything but rich. Fine, take me.
Oh, I thought being treasonous made you rich these days.
Huh. It keeps your head on your shoulders.
Well, good lot of use it is if you don't put stuff in it.
Are you always this belligerent?
No, I'm usually worse. Actually, if I'm in a really good mood this morning.
God, you're irritating. Where is he?
Come on. Follow me.
Alright, he will.
And
he
I will
follow
go find Tefari. By which I mean, I will just ask people, hey, Tefari, which way?
That's fair.
We'll get there.
I love that voice. So a little bit of the teacher going through there. Yeah, I mean, it's an appropriate response, to be honest. You do eventually find Tefari, Atlas, and Sykes. Bloody hell, Christina! Jesus Christ.
Hey, Christina.
Hi, Christina, and thank you very much. Please tell me what you would like to use that donation for.
Oh, can I have like a giant vat of really good booze? That would be great. Thank you.
Also, keep donating because I want to see how red. I want to see how red Edward can get.
Oh, yes,
Shut
Scarlet Ed. Scarlet Ed.
Oh, the magic item. Okay, cool. Then yes, I can't believe what tier that was. Yes, let's be in contact about a magic item to make for Janai. I'll message you about that. Cool. That's completely thrown me off my track. Fuck. Right. Yes. Farrell went off to go to Torfag. So Janai, you eventually find Tefari, Atlas, and Sykes looking for you in the nearby tavern.
I'll knock on the door. Found me yet?
Ah,
Hey!
Yes.
I have like a tankard on me.
Oh, so you already started. Awesome.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We need your help.
And you see that you see that Janai is accompanied by Abe.
Oh.
Suzy.
Hey, brother. Good morning.
Okay, have fun. Goodbye. And I leave.
Wait.
We need to talk to you. So please, sit down.
Okay.
Have a drink. Have some breakfast. Have some liquid breakfast.
Okay.
Have some shots.
Shut.
You should calm down, you know.
No. We need to make a difficult decision, and we need to have a difficult talk, and that usually goes better when you're drunk. So.
Uh-huh.
I'll drink with you. I haven't had a drink in a while either.
She walks over to the nearest jug of water, pours herself some, then pours another jug of water, just fully empty, into a pot, spills it, puts it back down, has a sip. Okay, shoot.
So
there's
Yeah, you
two
do
things
it.
basically. One, are you feeling okay? Because you don't look okay. And point two, the reincarnation of Garm showed up at the main gates and kind of wants our help to go on an adventure to Bunabral, and then he wants to help us again. So we were thinking it was an awesome idea if we take him to Bunabral. We can see if he's trustworthy, do the heist, get a base family out, get ourselves the fuck out, steal a ship, and go to the Island of Druids, because apparently he has a druid friend. But, first things first, how are you feeling?
Did he say he was looking for a key? He was asking for our help.
Details.
Fine. No.
Okay. I forgot in which order I asked the questions, so help me.
Okay, fine, no, fine again.
Yeah. We are not sure if he is a spy or not, so we were hoping
Yes.
you could use the Zone of Truth again.
Oh. Is that what you decided to call it? Lame.
Oh, what do you
Decided
call
what
it?
he decided to call it.
What do you call it?
Oh. I'll go pray about it, I guess. Yeah, I'm really funny. Thanks.
Sorry. Yeah, I think Tafari said that you were thinking he could help us with the heist to get the Abaya's family back, and then he could get us a boat and boat us to the Druids.
I look at it by like. Turns out you're getting your family back. Was that the? Because then that's cool. Good for you.
It's unusual. What? He's also looking. I mean, Edward right now is also feeling a bit flustered because Christina just posted another very generous donation, and I'm really feeling very flustered about it. But also, Abe is looking flustered. Because this is not what he expected.
Oh, what did he expect then?
He was good. He looked to us as well. I was planning to talk about this with you. Do you have a? It seems like you already have a plan.
I have the beginnings of the makings of a plan. Yeah.
Oh shit! Sorry, Tori. I'm gonna go drink now. As I go sit over at the bar.
That's fine. What's your plan?
Well, I'm still considering it, and it's at the moment it's like a rough diamond. It needs a bit of polishing, But the basics is we go in, we take away your family, we steal a boat, and we sail away to the Druid Isles. As I said, it's still a bit in the rough, but that's kind of what it comes down to.
So you don't actually have a plan?
I do. It's just a rough plan.
Okay. How do we get to Bunnelbrow from here? Well, are we crossing the entire desert on foot?
Probably by ship.
For your ship?
Airship? We have airship.
Do you?
I mean,
I didn't see one when I arrived.
We can get one in Maharashtra, probably.
Oh, did they leave already?
Yeah.
We could go by boat, and then we'd already have a boat. Wait.
Pass as honest merchants trying to get to Bunnelbrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you sure about this? I mean...
Of course. It's fine. No plan has ever failed me.
But what were your
Please,
proposals?
Tefari, roll me a deception or a persuasion check. I will let you go on that one because because that was full of bullshitting, not just then.
With advantage?
No.
Oh.
No advice for this one. No.
It's a 15.
15. Alright. Let me see if...
I might want to re-roll that.
You
I'll
might
re-roll
want
that.
indeed.
Ooh, it's the same
Same roll! Damn.
Guys know what to do.
Nice knowing you, Tafari.
But persuasion. Okay, you went with persuasion rather than thing. So, hi, Nightbeard. The Abbé is just sort of looking at you with a slight incredulous look. Well, to be honest, I'm not sure if that really is going to be. Well, no.
Not Tafari.
Hey, I got another reroll.
Thank you, TK. But unfortunately,
Thank you,
I don't like reroll. I don't allow rerolls on rerolls because then otherwise it spirals a bit. But
Yeah,
thank you for
rerolling
the
forever.
reroll for next time. Because rerolls and rerolls, otherwise it would be a bit silly and it will spiral out of control. But yes, Abe does say this plan seems a bit fraught. Too much can go wrong.
Oh, yeah, that's why I said it's still a very rough plan, but that's the basic outlines of it. I mean, we still have to go there, so we still have some time to work it out.
More of a pla.
And I'll work it out.
Okay.
Were your ideas about this, Abe?
Well,
What was your plan?
right now I don't have one. That's why I wanted to talk about it. See what you had. That's it. We could try the method that I and the other shadow assassins used, which was actually Well,
That reminds me, how long has it been since the Shadow Assassins attacked?
it's getting on for 24 hours.
Alright, I will quickly cast an Arcane Eye and send it to them and let me know when they wake up.
Oh, well, I was actually... Well... We could just teleport there.
That also works.
Actually, that might be a bit more of an issue. No, that's a bad idea. Sorry, no, that's a bad idea.
No, that was a good idea.
No, it's
No.
it's a terrible idea.
Go on.
Would it be a terrible idea?
Because that would lead straight into the Pantheon Temple in Bunelbrel.
Which is where we want to be.
You do not want to be in the Pantheon Temple in Bunelbrel. That's the main seat of power.
Which is what Tafari wants to destroy, right?
I mean, I've recently had a railgun invented for me, so...
That would...
Oh, what?
A what?
I may
You already
not
gave it a
have
name?
told you yet, Janae, but remember those cute little gnomish inventors?
Yeah.
They kind of invented a weapon that shoots something at the speed of sound and leaves an ever-burning fire. So,
Okay, keep it away from Sykes.
Yep.
What?
with a look of...
How I could shoot from a million miles away.
With a look of
Emotion is
horror...
carried.
With a look of horror on his face, Abe's face, a declaration of "keep it away from Sykes." We will end the session today there, as the very fraught feeling of Abe is now realizing he probably shouldn't have opened his big mouth when it came to revealing that there's a teleportation place somewhere nearby that could lead to the center of where our heroes might want to attack. Thank you so much, guys. That was fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And welcome, Ferric.
As-
Ferric, sorry.
Hey, Ferric.
Hey,
Yeah.
welcome in, Lassie.
There's only one person here that likes you.
So far.
So far.
So far.
Ah, the optimism.
I'm looking forward to the next session to see if you guys go with that.
Yeah.
Also, I kind of like this new thing that's going on with Janai. She's even extra spicy now.
Shouldn't I be angry? Shouldn't I be very pissed? And very hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Is she?
Or hurt.
I don't know.
It's fun. Okay, I'm going to say this in a very broad way. Any particular moment that stood out, because that was fun. That was a fun session today. I'm quite happy it happened. I'm quite pleased with how it went. But any particular moment that stood out to you guys?
Barrel bombarding Ferric. Just
Yeah,
running into him like
just in general, the meeting of Ferric. Yeah, I like.
Yeah.
It's always fun meeting a new character,
yeah.
getting to know them a little bit.
It was good, yeah. I'm also very curious to see what Janae's all doing. Scrying by herself, going out by herself, making all kinds of unholy symbols by herself.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, sure. Atlas isn't. No, he actually stumbled upon all of these.
My
patches.
moment,
He
absolutely. My moment with Ferric is a stare down with Ampook the entire time, like trying to talk, like stare at him. Go, talks to whoever, stare right back at him, and try to initiate a conversation with him. Like not bothered by everything that's going on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Ferric. Fuck's sake! God damn it, guys!
To Ferric,
Oh, I was
to
gonna-
Ferric, to Ferric,
Yeah, Feral and Ferric.
No, this is
Tafari and
great.
Ferric.
We're
It's
going
already
to go
happened.
really well.
Atlas. What
We're
about that?
all eventually gonna have the same name. We're all
What
gonna
did
be
you say,
named Quinn.
Sean?
I said, what about to fatless? But that doesn't really work.
It's,
No, that
it's
doesn't work.
muscle!
Big bones.
So fatless.
It's just a big boy!
Oh my god.
I'm just trying to think of other like ship names that we can come up with by combining our people's names, but that one doesn't really work too well.
I also saw a mention about someone just casually brandishing a low-grade WND in a fantasy world. Yeah, sorry.
You made a
happened.
railgun. That's what you made.
Oh
That's-
Well,
no.
that also sets like a magnesium-esque fire. Like,
I made
Yeah.
no, I did not make a railgun. I made something far worse. Because I know what damage this thing can do. Yeah.
true.
I made something far worse.
We will invent Agent Orange.
Whoa,
Who needs
okay.
jungle when you can kill the jungle?
Yes, quite. Quite.
Mhm.
The weapon is called the easy button. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, I have
As
to
long
admit,
as
Jeff.
we have it, yes.
Yeah. Jeff, well done
Yes.
for all those references. Those were top quality references
Just
that were
'cause I'm
perfect for your
watery
character as
heart.
well.
I was proud of the Monty Python one.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one was really
one
good.
That was
You
really
deserved
good.
like applause for that one.
That was very, very good. There was some top quality references which all made sense for your character as well to say. So
That was the best thing about it, yeah.
I think
Brilliant.
one of my favorite moments today was just seeing Nephain so excited about what she had made, and just sort of nervous, and both nervous and excited, and it's just it's
Yeah.
great. Just that
Right, we're
inventor
just
energy,
stepping
that sort
away.
of mad inventor energy. Like, oh yeah, oh no, oh yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, oh no, oh yeah, oh no, oh, oh, potential, oh
Oh,
no,
shit.
potential, oh, potential, oh.
And also being
Um,
so excited
Family
that
Guy
like
Kool-Aid Man
she just
vibes.
doesn't know how to slow down speaking. She's like, well, this is another one. It's like,
Yeah.
like, geez, I'm surprised you're not like tripping over your own words.
It was a surprise. I was also there was a sort of like I had a kind of moment of being able to be what's the word, observant about what I was doing at that present moment, and there was a moment of how the fuck am I able to continue talking without tripping over my words at that point.
You shouldn't be, and that's right.
I don't know how. I just did it.
Yep.
Anyways, let's go and raid somebody because that's what we do at the end of these sessions because we like to spread the love. Because love spreading is no, shut up. There we go. No, you already said it.
You said it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I said it. God
Got
damn
it.
it. God damn it.
Love spreading is better than man spreading, right? So,
Mm. Mm. You know how you have those moments. You just have those moments of you realize you're about to say something and then you just start to say it and then you go, nope, that was wrong, and you're almost watching the words come out of your mouth and you want to you're watching the words come out of your mouth and you want to go no, butt it away, but it's too late.
you just want to snatch it back. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
just
like
had
you
that
wish you could just grab it out of the air.
moment. I just had that moment. Anyways, we're going to go verbal diarrhea. Yeah, I have that far too often now
Yeah.
these days. Anyways,
I speak faster than I think all the times.
that's usual for me as well. We're going to go and raid Colorless Moon 65, which is an amazing, amazing name. I love that name.
Genji.
They are prepping a session with viewers. : my players went off the rails. Yes, I love that.
They do that sometimes.
They do that all the time. It's amazing. So let's go raid then. Let's spread the love, likes, follows, all that wonderful stuff. I know you guys are capable of. I will be back tomorrow, I think. Not sure about that, but I'll be back tomorrow, I think, with some Dawn of War. Saturday and Sunday as well, as usual with the stuffs. But although Saturday we'll have to keep an eye on. But yeah, that's gonna be me. Guys, take care of yourselves. Love yourselves, love each other, give yourselves big hugs, big ones, big hugs. And I'll see you in another stream. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And give your mother a big hug, because it's almost Mother's Day.
Yay!